Alright lads, this is something different. See, normally I can't look at the camera because I'm playing games or streaming and like I just want to like talk to chat, so I'll look at chat, right? But I haven't trained my brain into thinking, oh, look at camera, look at camera, look at camera, because I've never been able to do that. I've never done that before. Like back when I used to make YouTube videos like back in the day, I've never like trained my brain into thinking, oh, you have to look at the camera. But when you're streaming, you don't have to look at that, you know what I mean? But this is something different. Something different. So, beforehand, I'm going to say, hello, my name's Toffer, right? And this is a zombies tier list. So how it's going to work. So at tippity top, to great, to good, to decent, to alrighty, to bad, and pretty much haven't played, or pretty much I say, like, oh, fuck it, this map's fucking shite. That doesn't even deserve a ranking. It's complete terrible. But, yeah, so let's get into it. For background, I have played COD Zombies since Black Ops 1. I have played World at War back in the day, but I didn't have my own copy. Nor I didn't have any copy of Call of Duty back then, because I was a FIFA nerd. And right, let's go something easy. Let's go something easy. Let's go with the first map of Cold War. D Machine. Really great map. Really great first map. I think it's one of the best first maps in any game. Any zombies game. And I am going to put it into great. It's not the tippity top. It's not the greatest map of all time. It's a good starter map. There's no story. Well, there is a story, right? For people who say, oh, Cold War hasn't got any story, no, are complete idiots, right? They have got stories. The maps do have stories. It's just not character to character to character to character in game. It's with cutscenes and with intel and stuff like that, right? That's what I'm going to rank it at, is great. Right, let's go with an IW map. The very first IW map. It's a close, pretty much second with D Machina, to be honest with you. The other four, or whatever, were terrible, right? From IW, it's not the best, in my opinion, okay? The only thing that was kind of really great was Raven the Redwoods. Even then, other zombies blew it out of the park. And you can't really hate in that decision, you know what I mean? So I'm going to put Zombies in Spaceland at decent. You know, it's a middle high ground, you know what I mean? It's just a well-rounded, decent map. And I don't think it deserves to be at the top with D Machina. Let's go with a controversial one this time, right? Let's go with a controversial one this time. Let's go with Die Rise. See, I used to be third in the world for the round 30 speedrun and like fourth for the 50. Die Rise is my top 3 favourite maps. Now, you could argue that, oh, Toffer, you just said objectively that D Machine is better than Zombies in Spaceland. And yeah, I did. But you know what else I said? It's my fucking tier list. And if you want to talk shit, then talk shit. I'm not going to listen to you, nor am I going to change it. So I'm going to put this at tippity top. I mean, there are objectively better maps than Die Rise. But me, my throat's fucked right now. I don't know if you can hear it, right? I don't know what's happened. My throat's fucked. Let's go with the maps I haven't played. So I haven't played Frozen Dawn. I haven't played Tag. I haven't played Alpha Omega. I haven't played Tortured Path. Haven't played Ancient Evil. Haven't played Dead of the Night either. Haven't played Shadowed Throne. Fuck's sake. Haven't played Beast from Beyond, nor have I played Attack on the Radioactive Thing. So pretty much that's half the maps out the picture. I remember I started in like 2010, okay? And when IW came out, I was playing different games, okay? And when Black Ops 4 came out, I switched to PC. And because I had Black Ops 4 on PS4 and switched to PC, I was like, well, there's no point going back to PS4. I'm in the superior master race, which is PC. Why would I go back to console? You know what I mean? So really, I didn't really get a chance to play Black Ops 4, nor did I get a chance to play the DLCs for Black Ops 4. You know what I mean? Classic map. Let's go with Let's go with Nacht on Black Ops 1. To be fair, you could say that Nacht from World at War and Nacht from Black Ops 1 is similar, which is correct, okay? And I'm going to rank those two because it's a two-hit system, and obviously the zombies mechanically are a lot different. I think it's only fair to rank World at War Nacht and Black Ops 1 Nacht in the same place. Now, you can't go wrong with Nacht, okay? It's the very first map, and I enjoy playing Nacht myself. Like, I actually love playing Nacht. But there's a difference between Black Ops 3, which is the superior zombies, in my opinion, to Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, and World at War. So in my opinion, I would rather rank Nacht Der Untoten Chronicles higher than the rest of them. So in my opinion, I think Nacht Der Untoten Chronicles BO3 is a lot better than Nacht. Put it in here. Oh, cannot. There we go. Put it in there. And Nacht. Here we go. That's it. That's it. Here we go. It was just like so small. Like my cock. Wait, what? Gorod was a very cool map. Loved the fucking dragons. Loved everything about it. You know what I mean? I think it had its own weaknesses. But also had its own strengths. It was one of the best maps, objectively, of BO3. And the best Easter eggs. Best Easter egg ending. No, because it was setting up for Revelations, which was a complete... Yeah, whatever. For the ending, anyway. The map's okay, but... Ending... You know what I mean? It's like that, but yeah. So we are going to go... Gorod was... Or is... Still is, over time. I think that... It's a great map. So there's a reason why I stuck Gorod behind Die Maschine, because, in my opinion, I think Die Maschine is a better map. Right, let's go with the beloved Transit. Now, the engine back then was low on resources. You know what I mean? I think if this came out, BO3 era, or BO4 era, or even Cold War, even the next game, right? I think that Transit would be maybe a decent map. A decent map. But I don't think it's a bad map. Right? So I'm gonna go for like the middle ground. It's not great, it's not tippity top, and it's not bad. I think it's just an alright map. I wouldn't play it over Zombies of Spaceland, nor Nacht Der Chronicles, Gorod. I wouldn't do that. I just think that Transit, it's just an alright map to play with friends, and that's it. Right, Final Reich is... It's alright. It's alright. I played like at least maybe like 10 hours on it, or some shit. I think I did try the Easter egg, but failed. The Easter egg's alright, the boss fight's alright, the ending's alright. You know what I mean? And Big David Tennant, I mean, you have to kiss my Scottish brethren. You know what I mean? I have to give him a big smooch. Right, Grossenhaus. It's a bad map. What? It's like they failed attempt at a Nacht Der Untoten map and just fucked it. See, I like small maps, right? I like tight things. You know what I mean? You can take that for what you will, but I like tight things, right? Nacht Der Untoten is a perfect size for a small map, and they somehow fucked up with Grossenhaus. I just think it's a bad map. Some people might be like, oh, I like Black Ops 1 maps better, or I like BO3 maps better because it's Chronicles and like the engine's a lot better. I'm on the BO3 side, like I said. I'm on the BO3 side, and I love Ascension. I love Ascension, right? I really love Ascension. But I think Ascension BO3 is much better than Black Ops 1 BO3. I'm telling you that right now, right? I'm telling you, but Black Ops 1 Ascension, like, it's good. It's good. I've played it. I played it multiple times, multiple hours, right? But it's not the best. It's not the best. You know what I mean, it's not really the best, right? It's not really the best. So I'm gonna put it as great. I'm going to put it... I'd rather play Ascension than Die Maschine. I'd rather play Ascension than Gorod. Rather play Die Maschine than Gorod. So on and so forth. Ascension BO1. You would say, oh, Toffer, where would you put that? Where would you put that? Oh, I would put it decent. And I would put it all the way to decent Ascension. Yes, I would play Knack there on Totem Chronicles over Ascension. Yes, I will do that. Because you want to know why? Knacked on BO3 is so fun. Right, let's go with a fan favourite, Blood. Did you laugh? You're like, well, yeah. Well, to be fair, I actually did like Blood of the Dead. I don't think it was bad. It was quite a good... I love the story. If you don't know, I love the fucking story. The story's one of the best things about zombies. And I just think that Blood isn't a bad map. But I will play it over Transit and Final Reich. And plus all these maps down below. Diaries. What can you say about Diaries? Obviously, it has 3 maps. So it has World of War, it has Black Ops 1, and it has BO3. And what do you guys know about me? I love BO3. However, I don't think that the Giant is all that great. It is fun, it is challenging, but BO1 Diaries is probably my favourite Diaries. So I would rather play Ascension over... You know what? Let's put it at good. Let's put it at good. I wouldn't play over Chronicles. I would play over Ascension, and I think it deserves a spot in good. World at War Diaries didn't play, so I can't rank that. But the Giant I have played, obviously, and I would play. It's a decent map. I would play Ascension over the Giant, Diaries Black Ops 1 over Ascension, and so on and so forth. This right here is still accurate to my brain, to my views, to my mind. Do you want to know why? This is the only right one. It's the only right zombies tier list, and you can't say otherwise. You know what I mean? Like, fuck you, fuck you. Let's go with an AW map. I mean, the group played a lot of Advanced Warfare when it first came out. Especially when the DLCs came out as well. We tried the Easter eggs. I don't think I ever done the Easter eggs, though. I'm pretty sure it was just only playtime. But Outbreak is an alright map. And I would rather play Outbreak than Final Reich. It's not a bad map. It's not a decent map. It's not a good map. It's not a great map. It's not a tippity-tap map. It's just an alright map. They're just not as top tier as other maps. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't think I have much fun on them as I would kind of Ascension Chronicles or Die Maschine or Gore Krove or even Nacht. Even like Black Ops 1 Nacht or like any other map besides like those. They're just there to play if you want to play. But you would play other maps than those maps. You know what I mean? Carrier, probably the one that I didn't really like. So I am going to put it at the end of alright. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Descent in the middle. And I'm going to put, where's the other map? Where's the other map? Infection. I would put that right here. Moving on, Darkest Shore. Bad. The only reason why I didn't play World War II Zombies is because when I played Darkest Shore, I was like, it's out. Buried. Or buried if you're Scottish. So I actually really liked Buried. It's actually a pretty fucking good map. It's a very solid map. But I think it's one of the most replayability maps in Black Ops 2 in my opinion. I can go back to Buried and still be confused about kind of what I have to do, like the maze and stuff like that. And now I find that very fun. And the strategy for the high rounds is quite boring, but you have to be on your toes a lot. And I would rather play Buried over Nacht. Bus Depot. It's pretty bad. Let's be honest here. It has no life to it. Like, yeah, well, it has a little bit of lava. Like, it has a little bit of pillars that, like, where the bus goes through. Like, yeah, sure. Raven the Redwoods. I don't think it beats Zombies in Spaceland. Zombies in Spaceland takes the fucking cake. But Raven the Redwoods, I think that it's a very, very close contender. So I'm going to put Raven the Redwoods decent. Right behind Zombies in Spaceland. Right behind it. They are very, very, very close to each other. And it's fun. It's very vibrant. But I don't think it takes a cake from above decent. Right, Voyage of Despair. Bad map. But I'd rather play Voyage of Despair than Bus Depot. I'd rather play Voyage of Despair, Grossenhaus, Darkest Shore. It just a confusing map. Such a bad map. It makes me cry. How often I just bumped into something and got confused and was like, "What the fuck am I?" You know what I mean? I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's making me angry. IX, one of the best starter maps. So I'm going to put IX at great. And it's behind Die Maschine. I still think Die Maschine still takes a cake with IX, right? But IX is a great map. I'll play that. I'll do the Easter egg again. Shadows of Evil. It made BO3 hard in the sense of confusion. But once all the other maps came out, it began to be like, oh, wait, this is actually quite an easy game. But the story, the Easter eggs, the characters, the replayability of the maps, they're just amazing. I cannot tell you enough how beautiful Shadows really is. But it doesn't beat Die Rise for me. The replayability matters, but it doesn't beat Die Rise. So I'm gonna have to put it at great. No, in fact, fuck it. I changed my mind. Actually, I changed my mind. I'd rather play Ascension than Shadows. I'd rather play Ascension than Shadows. Ascension is just better and has more replayability for me. BO1 Moon, bad. BO1 Moon is, I didn't like it. Obviously, it's my tier list, okay? And people will be like, why the fuck do you hate BO1 Moon? I didn't like it. I did not like even BO3 Moon. I wouldn't push it towards decent. But I might have to think about it. So I'll come back to BO3 Moon. However, BO1 Moon, it's just bad. Obviously, I'd rather play it over Voyage and Bus and Grossenhaus and Darkest Shore. Obviously, right? Obviously, I would do that. But I would actually rather go back to World War II just to try out Final Reich again. And obviously, these maps here. I just don't like Moon. It's not a map that I enjoy at all. 5 in classified. But for me personally, I didn't get to 150 because I moved on from the game at that point. I was still watching the game. I was still keeping up with the game. I was still keeping up with the story. But I wasn't playing it because obviously I changed to PC then. But if you know an OG zombies YouTuber kind of back in like 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. There was a YouTuber called Park of the Slayer. You might recognize him from his MLG videos, like MLG Zombies and stuff like that. He likes 5. He plays Call of Duty Mobile now. Mate, can I just laugh at him? What a noob. But he likes 5. I don't. I actually don't. 5 is a terrible map. Very terrible map. Very, very, very terrible map. And I'd rather play Voyage than 5. I'm telling you that right now. I'd rather play Voyage than 5. Shitty map. Zetsubou is actually decent. Over time, I liked it anyway. The only thing that was bad about it was the challenges. I hated the challenges. It was terrible. Really fucking bad. But in my opinion, I do think that Zetsubou is not really up there with the greats, but up there with decent. I would play Zetsubou over Nacht, BO1. Firebase Z, they fucked up the Wonder Weapon, my opinion. It was fine as it was. They nerfed it. For me, it has no replayability. The Easter egg is okay. The boss is easy enough. The ending boss, I'd say it's easier than the little venom guys that runs around after you. Forgot what they're called. But man, I think that Firebase is a bad map. But I would play it over Moon. Moon Chronicles. I would rather play Blood. And because I don't really like Moon Black Ops 1 anyway, Chronicles doesn't really help it that much. Obviously, I'm biased. You know what I mean? Like, I do have maps that I don't like, and obviously I do have maps like Die Rise that I completely love. But that's why I'm making this tier list. You know what I mean? It's because of that. Let's go with Kino. Tip at the top. Love Kino. And you might be like, oh, Toffer, wait, hold on a second. That is not, he didn't choose the Chronicles map. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I think that Kino, Black Ops 1, tippity top map. Great replayability. I even go back to it today and still play it. It's fucking such a good map. And Chronicles isn't too far behind it. It's not too far behind it. However, I would say that it's behind D Machina. Town is very fun map. It's very fun map to speedrun. I really just think it's good. And I'd rather play it over Derry's Black Ops 1. Right, so I didn't play Varrock AW. Sorry, AW? World of the War. I don't know why I said AW there. Dafty. But I did play Varrock BO1 and Varrock Chronicles. So, Varrock Chronicles, we're going to start off, obviously, it's the bread and butter. I love BO3. So, I'm going to put it... Nah, screw it. I'm going to say that BO1 is better. I have so many memories on Varrock BO1. I remember waking up with the Xbox still on and just playing Varrock BO1 before school. Now, I don't think it's too far. I actually really enjoyed Varrock Chronicles. I don't play it too often, though. But would I go back and attempt to kind of speedrun or high rounds? Yeah, I would attempt it. Just behind Varrock BO1. Shironuma, BO1, yes. I think, in fact, I would rather play it over Zombies in Spaceland, if I'm honest. In fact, no, I'd rather play it over Nact. Over Nact BO1. Yeah, that sounds about right. Shaolin Shuffle, bad map. Shironuma Chronicles. It was a good map. I actually liked it. I remember watching my pal Tound play this map, and I had to go it as well. And to be fair, I was playing like Ascension back then and stuff like that. But Shironuma Chronicles is so fucking fun. But I would rather play it over Varrock Chronicles and Derry's. Shangri-La. It's a miss or match for me, like, it's really miss or match. I want to love the map. I really fucking do. I want to love it. Don't think it's a bad map. I think it's an alright map. Would I play it over Transit? I think I would play over Transit. And I would play normal Shangri-La over Transit as well, in my opinion. I love Farm. Farm's such a decent, good map. It's not even decent, it's good. I love it. I'd rather play Farm over Shironuma Chronicles. I haven't played World War Shironuma, so I'm going to have to put it haven't played. Nuketown. I don't think Nuketown is as good as people say it is. I do like it. It has a lot of replayability. I do like it, but I just don't think it deserves, in my opinion, a spot in good. But I do think it's a decent map. Play it over Zetsubo. Revelations. It's just decent. It's just an all-round decent map. It's the easiest map, but does it deserve a high ranking? Nah, at second of decent. I think I would rather play Revelations than Giant, Buried, Nuketown, Shironuma, Nact, World War Nact, Zombies Spaceland, and Rave. MDT, one of the best DLC 2 maps to grace any zombies. And I think it's one of the best. I don't think it's great, but it has a lot of replayability. But I'd rather play any of these maps above it. Right, Call of the Dead. Call of the Dead is a map that is hated and liked in the zombies community. I wouldn't say, in my opinion, it's the best map. Has a lot of replayability. I love the Scavenger. Even if the Scavenger was a little bit stronger, possibly my view of the map could potentially be better. I think I would play Call of the Dead over Classified, over Shang, both Shangs, Transit, Outbreak, and so on and so forth. Last 4. Obviously, there's 2 of the same, so pretty much 3. I don't think I can pick between Origins, BO2 and BO3. If I had to though, oh my god, it's so hard. I really think that they're both the same. They're both the same. Oh my god, I don't know. I'll come back to it. Fuck it, I'll come back to it. Derizon. Dead Rising. Can't say much. Mob of the Dead. See, Mob of the Dead. I'm friends with Fuzzle, or WTF. He used to have the world record for the 50 speedrun. And I remember watching him back in the day just constantly beat his own record. Like every week, for like 7 weeks. Every Saturday, we sit and watch him in the afternoon every Saturday beat his own world record. And it was mental. And I just think that Mob of the Dead is great. It's really great. These are my 3 favourite maps. In order, by the way. I could mismatch some of them and put it in a different order. But I'm going to make it final. I think that, in my personal opinion, they're really great maps. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put Origin Chronicles in great. And put Origins, BO2, behind Shadows. Reason for it, I would rather play Mob of the Dead, Ascension, Shadows over BO2 Origins. And all the rest down below, it seems about right. Seems about right. Don't crucify me. Don't crucify me. Alright. Catch you.